Alright, I got a tuner on top of a tuner on top of a tuner. Let me see here. So, the one feels heavy. Interesting how they package this one. I think this is going to be the case. Just got the radio going over here. I got the little radio going. These guys are talking about elk or something, I think. Yeah. So this is going to be fun. You know, I just noticed that I must be recording in the wrong resolution. Oh, there we go. So these are the instructions to show you how to build the tuner. I believe these two are wrong or something, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Wow. I'm like, they didn't give me anything, and it's all inside of here. It's hiding. This is crazy. So, this is actually heavy. This is really thick metal. I am absolutely kind of surprised. This is really thick metal. Turn down the radio, you guys. Don't need to hear all that crap while I'm trying to do this. So what they did was they wrapped this thing up pretty good, and then I think if I'm not careful I'll dump everything. So this is nice thick aluminum. I like it. But this is just the aftermarket part that we got to do. Okay, so it looks like they wrapped it completely. I'm going to leave it for now. Yeah, we wanted to see what was in there. So we have everything here, an OLED, and it looks like a button switch board. So hopefully this won't be too difficult for me to get set up. I have never built a kit like this before. We can kind of get an idea that it's going to be pretty small. So what I really need to do is get this radio out of here, move it somewhere else. I just don't have enough room to really do anything anymore nowadays. It's like crazy. Alright, so the tuner stuff showed up. I already opened up one of them. I haven't opened up the kit. So it should be kind of interesting. Let's see. Not much to it. All right. So, lots of relays, some wire, some instructions, and a board. Sounds fun. So this one here also has a display in it. So anyway, I'm going to get this all laid out and I'll be back. Alright, so this is the AT100 kit. And this is definitely not a beginner's kit to do. So it goes into detail about winding the toroids. The gauge of the wire is in millimeters in green below. So, this is going to be kind of the hardest part for me is to do these. Especially this weird scramble wound looking thing. They suggest stabilize with hot glue after installing. For the air-coiled inductors, you can use something like an Allen key to provide the required diameter. Please refer to the schematic for air-coiled inductor diameters. To wind the tandem transformer T12, first wind your light yellow enamel wire 10 turns around each side of the binocular core. This is your secondary winding. For your primary, take a small piece of either stranded hookup wire and pass it straight through the core, one for each side. I sure hope they supplied that. That's very vague. Yeah, this is, you know, I mean, for somebody that's, you know, experienced, it's probably not hard, but I've never built anything like this. So, take a small piece of either stranded hookup wire and pass it straight through the core, one for each side. Don't know. You can't see it well enough. I figure worst case scenario, I hook everything up and it doesn't work and smoke comes flying out of it and say it doesn't work and send it back. And then go ahead and spend the extra money on or figure it out. I'm sure there's some videos probably on the internet on how to do this. God, everything is in centimeters. I just hate that. How many turns does the wire need to make? Refer to the number below. Okay. 4 turns, 7 turns. So, as long as we get it relatively close, we should be good. Alright, well this is going to be a real pain in the butt, I can tell you right now. Not like putting together a mercury amplifier. Because the lack of instructions is the big deal here. We've got transistors. There's a transistor, a diode. So for semiconductors, we've got that. And we have to look at the schematic and sit here and decipher it. Get this thing over here out of my damn way. It's really kind of... I was going to go ahead and wind the toroids first, I think. 0.8 wire. So we need to take 2 of these, stack them, and wind 19 turns. How many turns? Okay. They have stuff here. So what's annoying about this is really like, okay, you had this board here, and we need to figure out, like they didn't put a picture of the board to show you what's what. So you have to look at the board and you have to figure out, oh, the schematic. So anyway, we're going to set the wire aside. I guess we'll just do those ones maybe last, or the relays last. But I want to get the semiconductors on the board in there, I think. Let's see. So we got some connectors that need to go on here. And I don't know if it matters which way to go. That one and that one. We can see the transistor right here in the picture. I think. I can't tell. So diode. Is there another header pin? We get these. So I'm not actually seeing this white connector here. Like, I don't know if they didn't give it to me. And I'm not seeing that part. The problem with this is, like, basically, they actually aren't giving you everything that you need in here. They're not giving you the hookup wire for the binocular core right here. But I think it possibly in this kit here, the other stuff that I need, maybe. Nope, I don't see any wire. So, yeah, they've left out a few things, which is strange because I don't think it's supposed to be left out. But the capacitors are labeled on the board here. They're all 47. I'm trying to think if how I want to do this. If I want, I usually try and leave long leads. I don't try and make things compact. I'm trying to think if I really want to do it like that or not. But I'll probably go ahead and pause the video and come back. I don't think you guys need to watch me solder this. So I've already run into one problem now, and they didn't put everything in the kit. I got the capacitors in here, I got the transistor, the header pin, and what they didn't give me, they didn't give me that white connector, they didn't give me any of the wires, which is fine. They didn't, see it right here, this connector, I don't have that. Now, I don't know if that's normal. Well, you look at this kit here. I thought that this stuff would come with this kit here. What's strange is you buy this kit and you get a display and you get some pins that you solder to the display. You buy the case and you also get some. But there's no wires in this kit, and there's no bulkhead connector for that in either one, which would be for your battery. To show it right here, it's right next to that one. And I don't know why it would be just for illustration purposes. But anyway, that wire don't exist. So you basically have everything you need, except for all of a sudden they want you to produce these small pieces of wire. There is no yellow wires for any of the other stuff. Let me see what else is missing here. They gave me 2 extra capacitors. Here, this is the piece. I'll just dump it all out. Here we go. That's everything that came in this kit. We'll probably make sure we even have enough relays. You never know. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 on each side. We should hope they're all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an 8th one right there. Yeah. Let's just make sure everything's there visually. I'm bad at counting. So, I forgot how bad I am at soldering too. I had to bust out a different soldering iron because the tip on the other one is too big. Okay, if we got all that, we have no wire for this. We have no wire for this. We have no wire for this. And then I guess this is the wire for the display. So basically, that's missing. And then the extra 2 capacitors in there. So when you order this kit, you get some redundant parts. Buy another green button. I got another one of these, but it's all metal. I need another one of these. And then SO239s instead of these. So we won't be using these. We probably won't be using this either. So basically, and we won't be using this display. We have another display. They're exactly the same, I think. Jeez, this one looks kind of damaged. Alright, so you're going to have to come up with some of this stuff, and then you got to look at this diode over here and make sure you get it in here correctly. So I guess I'm looking at the schematic here. Make sure that what they mean is the ring is this ring there. And then that'd be the case. Just pop that thing right in there like that. Get it done. I like to leave extra length on everything. And then I just kind of bend it like that so to stay put. But I want to double check the schematic here where this diode is. This diode, if I look at my circuit here, let's see. I don't know where it's at on here. These are Xeniers. Okay, so plus goes to the stripe, I think. It shows it kind of funky. It shows 12 volts over here too. Oh, and it goes to the transistor too. Where's the transistor? Oh, is that not a transistor? That's a regulator. Interesting. I thought it was a transistor, but it's not. It's a regulator. 78L something. I can't read it. WS78L05. So, so anyway, We'll be back in a little bit. Some guys left some really good info on the Amazon reviews on this. So these are my first coils I've ever wound ever. So this is the last one I did, and I'm gonna have to do more to them. But okay, this is a pair wound 19 times, and then that one's 13, and then this one's also 13 on a single core, and then this one is 8. See, it to wind all these, and get this much wire left over to wind these two. And then there's another coil right here that has to be wound, and some other stuff. Really quite the pain. Alright guys, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure what time this thing arrived, but I've been working on it since it arrived. And it's almost midnight. I think it showed up at like 6 or 7. And I'm close to done. I just got to figure out this one here. And then that's just close to done with this board. And then there's the fact that they didn't give me all the wires and everything. So you can see my coils aren't pretty. But they should work. They really don't tell you a lot about what you need to know when you're doing this. It's no, this is not a kit for somebody without experience. And I mean, I have a background in electronics, and I've you know, I took college for, you know, television repair back in the day. And you know, I've never wound a toroid. So, yeah, what I didn't do was flatten the coil. The wire is a little bit thicker than it kind of looks. And so basically, it's probably going to be a little bit more length on here than it needs to be. But basically, they don't really tell you a whole lot here. They kind of say, well, do this deal and use an Allen wrench to provide the required diameter. So you go over here to L1 and 2 and 3, and those are Allen wrenches. So you use a 6mm Allen wrench and 7 turns for the one coil and 4 for the other. And I actually accidentally put them in backwards. I made the 4-turn coil first and stuck it in there. It was really hard to remove out of the board after I soldered it in there. So careful with that. And then this little coil here is made out of this other wire that they gave you plenty of. I don't really have much leftover wire from the other stuff. Maybe I can use that to do the pass-through. You've got to wind this binocular core, and they're really kind of not specific about it. I can't even see where the hell the wires are going. And I read other people talking about that they put the wires in the wrong spot. So I think there's 2 pieces of wire that just go across from these large holes, and then the small holes are for the other wire. So yeah, I think that's how it works. So yeah, this is just like, imagine doing this every day, and like I'm sitting here in the chair for hours and my back is just absolutely on fire. It hurts. So so I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the night just to see that it works. But if not, whatever. So I will update you guys when I get closer to being done. Thank you for watching, and I think maybe I might just like make a compilation video of all this later on. I don't know. I just don't want to bore everybody to death, but I want to document my journey. Thanks for watching 73. Catch you guys later. Well, 1:30 in the morning. Got the binocular core wound. That was kind of a pain. Trying to put the other pieces in there. Like I said, though, they didn't give us this stuff. They didn't give us the hookup wire. This is how much wire I actually had left over from the coils for that part. So I think I got this about 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 30, 6.5 hours I've been doing this to put this together. And there's been a little break here and there in between, but not much. So I didn't put the toroids up against the board because I found that because of the way I wound them, for them to sit in between the relays, they needed to be up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll get some hot glue, and I'm going to put it in between here just so they can't wiggle around. And I don't think that should be a problem. In fact, it's even mentioned in here. So they said, and also, if you're going to build one of these, install your toroids first, okay? And as you go along, put the relays in. So I did this one, and then I add that one, and then that one, and then I had to actually unsolder part of the toroid and pull it up a little bit. And so then they got easier over here. And then you use these, you wrap these on a 6mm Allen wrench, and then this one on a 4mm, and that one's a different wire. And then you have this yellow wire, and you got to wrap 10 wraps around this each way. And it's kind of a pain, and it's sort of plastic coated wire. And then you get those down in there, and then you got to put just one little piece of this, and I put it in last, which kind of was difficult. So now there's still quite a bit left to do, and I still have this other kit. And I actually don't think they gave me everything in this kit either. I think there's some standoffs that you will see that will go in these corners here. They're not in here. So I might have to fabricate something. I don't know. But we'll have to see. I definitely wouldn't ever do one of these again. I would never ever recommend somebody to do this build that hasn't done anything like this. Let's see what we have left in here. And so there's still some more stuff that needs to be done with the OLED. And I'm a ways away from being able to even fire it up because I need to get some wire and assemble the case. So I need hookup wire for here and the buttons, and then I take the other stuff here. So this will go on here, I guess. So I don't know why they can't just provide the extra stuff that's supposed to be on there. I don't know. Like I said, I won't do one of these again. I'm gonna be lucky if the thing even works. So I guess it's been kind of fun to do it, sort of, but if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be pissed. But you know, like, I'm not doing it, I'm not building it because I'm bored. I ordered it because, well, I kind of wanted the experience, and I wanted to save a few bucks. So there you go. Anyway, it's getting late. I'm gonna try and wrap things up, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I don't know what it is with this camera, but it keeps rotating on me. Anyway, these instructions are not for this. They're not showing you everything is here. They're showing SMA connectors sticking out the back. They're showing these little tabs that don't come with it. They're showing different connections over here. They're showing a little white connection, hookup wires. And they're showing over here. This is where I guess supposedly something is wrong. I don't know. The yellow cable supposedly is auto. No, wait. B1, yellow cable, auto. B2, white cable, bypass. One of those is probably wrong. So it says here to activate the tune function, wire the main button to activate the tune function to the hole labeled B and ground. For the two smaller buttons, these activate auto tune and bypass. Wire the auto tune button through hole B1 on reverse side of the board. One of those is supposed to be wrong according to people on Amazon. So, but this kit here, let me show you, comes with this board that you put your buttons in. They don't show that in here. Well, do I need this? Because that don't have it. There's some capacitors on here. I don't know what their purpose is. They're just kind of padding across the switches, I guess. So it looks like all of these are on a common ground. So the common ground, and you have capacitor in between them. So then on the back, these will stick out, and then you still have to hook up your wires. B1 and B2 are under the PFC board, blah, 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 blah. B and ground are at the interface of tune. So, now you see here, I got these connectors, and a whole bunch of little pieces to try and figure out. So, and then you got to do this. So, I need to probably get some small sections of maybe coax, RG 174 or something, and put it right in here to go to there to the connectors. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But these are for SMAs. So, man, just not that simple. You know, there's not even there's just too many things wrong. So what I need to do now is I'm going to solder up some of my connections for the OLED, and I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to get this thing powered up. So I'm going to do that before I worry about any of the buttons and stuff, and try and make sure that it's actually working before I hook things up. This is weird. I just seen the screen scroll over. Yep, look, you can see it doing it. But I think when I'm looking at it, not through the camera, I don't see it. So, we got some power to it. Heard a couple relays click. And this one already had the pins on the display. So, I will guess that we're probably okay here on this part. So, I don't know what in the hell they had going on with the switch. And a few other things. But I'll have to get it all set up. And, it's going to take me quite a bit longer just because of the lack of instructions, but I got it this far, and it's no smoke coming out of it. So, I think we're good. Yeah, you have to kind of guess what screws are going where on this stuff and that stuff, and then, which way does this board go on here? I was looking at this earlier, and I was like, okay, does the board go here? Because it doesn't really sit on there evenly. Which way did they intend these washers to be? And they don't even show this board on anything else, so I guess the good thing about the board is that I should only need to run the two wires off of here, and then So I should be doing 4 wires, even though normally it'd be 6. So yeah, I don't know. We'll get it figured out. So this will sit through here like that. All right. I'm going to bed. I'm done.